This is a School TV original.
Yeah.
Cookup, the cookup, the cookup.
Yeah. Yo, this is the Cookup where everybody get wet, Greg.
Steam.
And we have a wonderful, beautiful guest with us today.
Fendi. That's a
Fesah
Fendi.
Rollins.
In the building, ladies and gentlemen. You already know. A female artist from Brooklyn. I love it. Introduce yourself to the world, please.
Peace, everybody. My name is Fesah Rollins, daughter of the streets. I ran these streets before. You can hashtag me. You know, I rap. I do a little harmonizing.
Okay.
Overall, I am a activist for life, you know.
Really?
Shout out to the earth.
Okay. So you're one of
No
those.
corny shit.
Yeah.
So you're one of those.
Earth strong woman.
Shout out to Mother Earth.
Shout out to the
Shout out to
earth
Mother
and the
Earth.
gods. Peace to the gods.
Of course.
Yo, shout out to all of my people tuning in right now. Nat Official, Ziamata, LPN. Shout out to all of you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Always looking out for me, and we all like support each other. Whatever we all doing, we all support each other. And I love the little team I have right now. Everybody hungry, so.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I love that.
So when did you decided you want to get into
My
music?
Stiggity. Shout out to my bro,
Oh.
My Stiggity. He does my videos. How could I ever forget you, bro? You are like day one.
She almost forgot you, my sticky.
My Stiggity. Shout out to
Shout out
Matt,
to my
yes.
stickity.
Shout out to my
bro.
Stiggity.
He does my videos, and he's an artist, and he helps other artists get their things out too. Realest City, hashtag, you know.
Shout out
That's
to
what's
him.
up. So when did you get into music?
I've been in music since I was a little girl. I started writing when my when my mom was pissing me off around 6 or 7 years old. She was like pissing me off, yo, you know. And then my uncle died, and he used to rap, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start putting this shit into raps, because I used to do poetry, and I used to be in the choir when I was in public school, so I was like, you know what, I ain't afraid of the stage. I always used to like grab the mic, so like around 12, I just like jams in the park, like I was telling you, like I'm one of the last generations, and like they would have jams in the park. I was 12, grabbing the mic, got pictures and stuff of that, and you know, from there, it's just like, I just been so fucking hungry.
No, that's what I like to hear.
Yes.
That's good.
Every time you look on my page, I'm at a show. If I'm not at a show, I'm depressed.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a passion for music that bad?
Yes.
No, that's what I
Absolutely.
like to hear
Hey,
that.
I
She
feel-
just wrote a status what was that, 2 days ago?
Yeah, I didn't have a
I think a
show.
show got canceled.
No, I did not have a show that day.
You didn't have the show at all?
No.
Oh.
Like normally I'll look for an open mic or something.
Right.
But I was looking around, I couldn't find one, so I was like, damn. And then this is how crazy it is. I go on my Facebook the next day, and my homeboy does the event at Stratosphere. I just got back in contact with him. He's throwing up pictures. Oh, we had an open mic. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Can I curse?
Yeah, of course, man. Let that
you're
shit
in the
fly.
Cookup. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Yeah, so, but like, I just, like, at this point in my life, I just want to have a show every day. If I'm not doing a show, I want to do press. If I'm not doing press, I want to do something that's progressing my
craft.
artistry. Yeah.
Got you. So you're an emotional artist about when it comes to your passion. What was it about your mom that caused you to start writing? Because how did you? I want to know that,
That's
and I want to know
deep
how.
Question, because that you can't put that in a nutshell.
Right.
Like my mom, she was addicted to crack. I'm her first born, so I watch her. Like the song that y'all play later, like I watch her pregnant with her children, but they never came really home. Like from the, you know, like a normal family, your mom's pregnant, then the next day she come home with a baby. I never seen none of my siblings except for the last one that she gave birth to as a newborn. All of them I seen when they were like 8 months or older, because they got pulled right from the hospital because they had crack in their system. You know, so I was always angry about that, because it was like I was missing a part of myself and missing out on being a big sister, and my mom is like searching for another man after she got clean, and I was like, no, we need to be looking for my siblings right now.
That's
like,
a fact.
I'm lost.
Right.
You know, so and then like we did get back in touch, and our relationship was weird because my youngest sister that was adopted looked at her other sister as her big sister, and they don't like really respect me as anything to them. Like that's how I look at it, you know.
Right.
They double team me and stuff. Like, yeah. So, and then I have a brother who, like, when I first met him, he ran from me. Like when me and my mom got into a really bad argument, and I had left home because I was over 18, but I was still staying with her, so I wouldn't stay with my boyfriend at the time because she really pissed me off, and I was like, you know what, I ain't saying nothing to you till you find my siblings. You know what I'm saying? So she found them on Facebook. Right. But the crazy thing is, I had one of my sisters on MySpace because I was looking up their names and I wasn't sure if it was her. For a long time, I had her on MySpace, and didn't know it was her. Now, and
so
then
you
my
had
mom,
your sister.
I had my sister as a friend. I didn't on MySpace in like 03.
Did she have a clue or no? You don't think
I'm
so?
sorry.
Did she have a clue or you're not sure?
She didn't have a clue.
Oh.
She didn't have a clue because they really didn't. I didn't even have baby pictures. Like I don't have any baby pictures of my damn self. I don't have pictures until I was like 2 years old, 3 years old. That ass.
That's crazy.
Because it was so like all my family members except for one aunt. All my aunts and my mom and my uncle were on crack. Wow. Except for the baby sister because she was really younger than them. So like when she was 17, she was taking care of all the babies that her siblings done had because they way older than her, and she's like 17 taking care of us because they in the streets. Real talk. And then my aunt got upset one time because my mom kept having children and she called ACS.
Man, that's crazy. So how you think all this, I'm sorry to cut you off, Gray. How you think all this affected you artistically? I'm
fucking angry, and at the same time, I'm a nice person, you know, because everything that I feel is because I have tough skin because like growing up, you in a situation where you don't know if somebody coming to grab you up next, so you on defense on everything, and then you live in a household where people calling you like a he, she, he man. Your aunts are smacking food out your hand, and my aunt children used to jump me when I was a little girl, like they were boys. So I always had boys. I used to fight boys when I was growing up. Like I had a lot of male figures in like my age, so I had no choice but to be a tomboy because like everybody I was around was a tomboy. I grew up in a house. My cousins used to jump me, and then I caught them one-on-one and fucked them up. But my aunt didn't say nothing about it. It was because I was just like free for all. But I had to build up a defense mechanism. So like when I write, it's my way of like being vulnerable. Right. And that's the only way you're gonna catch me vulnerable. And if I'm in a relationship with you, please don't fuck me over because I'm a very vulnerable person. And
so you're gonna take it there.
I will take. I will burn. I will slice your windows. I will bust the windows out your car if you fuck with my emotions.
So you be on your Keisha Cole shit.
I might be on my Jasmine Sullivan.
Keisha Cole be wildin' too, boy.
No, you understand, like, and you think about Keisha Cole, she came from one of them situations.
Keisha not on the level of the other women though. Keisha, she be mad.
She cool.
No, she cool. I don't hear Keisha slashing tires, my nigga. Like I don't be hearing that shit.
I don't know. I never heard much about Keisha.
She was dating Bow Wow and she black on Bow Wow.
I'm done.
But that's Bow Wow. Everybody black on Bow Wow.
That's Bow Wow.
Son,
she was dating Keisha Cole was dating Bow Wow. She black on Bow Wow.
Bow Wow challenge.
It was Keisha and Bow Wow.
You sure?
Or Sierra?
Nah, I know Birdman.
I mean Sierra. No, Sierra was first.
Sierra's first. Oh, with Bow Wow?
Yeah.
I never knew that though.
And Birdman got caught cheating. She burned up his clothes or cutting them up. Yeah, Keisha's crazy, but I love her. I love that crazy shit sometimes.
Shout out to your journalism.
Yeah.
Because I ain't know that.
Listen, you can keep all that crazy shit, my guy.
No, I'm a
hold
sweet
it down.
person though.
You a sweet person?
Yeah.
You have a very beautiful spirit. Like you come in the room with good energy. You don't wear it.
Exactly. I don't.
Just like me. I'm not trying to be funny.
Nah, that's a fact.
I know him better than me.
Cause now we understand what he go through, so we know DJ Fluke personally, and him and his mom don't get along.
Right? Yeah, I could come in as a mean bitch and don't fuck with nobody, and
that's
just
a fact.
Come here and do what I had to do. All right, y'all finished? All right, bye. I'm out here. Like, but I realized, like with me, like I'm really passionate about what I do. I understand networking, like. I could have been one of. That's why I said I ran these streets before. Like a lot of people think that I'm like this average. Like I'm not the average chick. Like, but really I am because I know a lot about these motherfucking streets.
Yeah. So when you say you run these streets, can you exactly
That's
tell
your
us what
slogan.
you
You
mean?
be
Right.
hashtagging and all.
Yeah.
That's offending. So
Well, basically, you know, I didn't grow up with much discipline.
right,
Family.
because
I
of the
was-
situations.
Yeah,
Right.
so like if my aunt wasn't in the house and she wanted to have her time and go out and do her thing, I was in the house with my grandmother, who was blonde. You know,
Word.
yeah, I was in a house with like my grandmother was blind from diabetes and all that. Like, so I was taking care of her. And a lot of times I had to run to the store at 12 o'clock at night.
Damn.
Being 10 years old, 1 o'clock at night, trying to find something to eat, like on some real shit.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody was out the house. It's not that, it was just the lack of parental guidance. You understand? It was the lack of someone being there to make sure you had a home cooked meal. My grandmother made sure that because that's where I got my cooking skills from. Like my grandmother was blind, so I had to cook. But like running these streets basically is like me watching the crack epidemic. Like I grew
Yeah.
up in a crack epidemic. The whole building was like New Jack Cities when I was
What?
growing up. My whole building, like, and I'm surrounded by like 4 buildings that are connected to each other. And like,
Right.
imagine being 9 years old, 6 years old. Like, I remember coming down the steps and motherfucking crackheads
Beaming up
Word.
Scotty.
beaming up Scotty, and when they see me, they going hide the pipe and shit. I done seen my aunts black out, hiding in the closet because they done smoked some shit. Like, I done seen a lot of shit. So, like,
Damn.
I've been experienced from a young child. So that's why I always been on defense with people, and that's why nobody never raped me. Thank God I could say that nobody ever raped me, nobody ever touched me wrong, nobody ever even fucking tried me.
That's
You
what's
feel
up.
me? Because I always like I'm at a young mind, you know. You could imagine a child just in the wilderness and nobody's really watching them.
Right.
Cause I was up the road and nobody knew where the fuck I was. I was doing things or kid. They probably cared, but they was somewhere else. They mind was somewhere else trying to get a hit, but they cared, you know.
That's crazy. So let me ask you this. So like Green just previously stated that you seem like you have a beautiful spirit and you overcame all these obstacles. Now, do like some of those obstacles come back in your mind at random times and you just start to feel like some sort of anxiety or something like that?
Wow, that's a good question because like it.
I mean, you came on cursing, so it has to a little bit.
It's like when like with my relationship with my mom, she strikes a nerve with me all the time because like now she really needs me. Like she had 5 strokes last year and I should have been the last person that she called for anything because like our relationship just was, we don't have the best relationship. We always arguing.
Yeah.
She take up for other people before she take up for me.
Oh,
and it's
God.
like I feel like I don't have no support system. And now you want me to support you because like you have 5 strokes, you know?
Yeah.
So like I'll find myself arguing with her and was like, well, you don't remember that time.
Man.
You know, like it will go like I would just like black.
Listen,
You know?
same here. Oh man.
Wow.
Cause last week I was gonna go to jail.
Yeah, me too.
I was going to-
Damn.
I was going to jail.
How many
I don't-
times, Luke?
Listen,
Not for her,
okay.
but-
Last Saturday it was about money. Now she said something about my pops. It was to the point where I was in her face. My fist was getting ready. She was like, "What you want to do?" I was like, "So what you want to do?"
Oh,
Damn, son. Y'all niggas
I'm
ready
sorry
to
to
scrap
say that.
like that?
Yeah. What you want to do? Like, what? What you want to do? You want to fight?
woo.
What's up?
Damn. Have you ever got like that with your mom?
I mean, when I was younger, me and my mother had fights.
Yeah, all right. You
had
see, the
fights.
dynamic is different because y'all both.
Physical.
Yeah, y'all both women, so it's like it's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But for a man and what, hey, his mom to
but
fight,
you
that's
know
crazy.
What it is?
Yeah.
That's crazy, and that's great that you could admit that because at the end of the day, whether you're a man or a woman, you still have feelings,
Right.
And you're her offspring.
But she don't treat me like it. So why should
Exactly.
I?
So your feelings can't be like shadowed by the fact that you're a man. And I still don't condone you like putting your fist up to your
No, I
mom.
wasn't. I mean,
But
Yeah, me
at the no,
neither.
I'm just saying, like, I just want to clear that.
yeah.
But I understand where it comes from
because
because
she triggered. Because she
most-
Frustration.
yeah, most time they tell men to no, you can't cry, no, you can't express
Yeah.
yourself, no, you can't,
Can't
do
do
this.
this. You can't.
And you know, and you
this
holding
and
so
that.
much stuff inside, and that shit hurts at the end of the day.
Right.
I
It
was,
does
I
hurt.
was gonna cry, but I was like, nah.
See, and you need to release.
Now you do. Like,
need to release
I think men should like watch a sad film or something just to release those.
Well, I'm not doing all
Tension.
that.
Listen,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
If I could find
I'm gonna
one,
let it fly. I'm gonna just let him down. But I gotta be. I only cry when I'm angry, and I can't put my
Yes.
hands
I
on
was
it.
Exactly.
me too. Yeah, I was.
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
That's
Or I don't
when I
want to.
cry.
That's when I
yes,
cry.
I cry the most when people be like, "Yo, she a pussy." No, I really just
just
want to
don't
just
wanna-
crack a bottle
Yeah.
and go across your whole
Right,
trachea,
right,
like for real. Like I swear,
That's how it
you
is.
see, red. And I'm a Taurus. I don't know much
you
about.
Oh,
the same
shit.
side as me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it makes
yeah,
sense.
cause Green,
11.
he blamed everything on being a
18.
Taurus. Green
I'm
get
an
tight.
11.
18.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who get
what's your
tight?
birthday?
May 11th.
May 11th. Wow, he was the 18th. That's crazy. 1 week apart
1
to the
week
day.
apart.
My
Damn.
ex- my ex is 11.
What? Yeah, nah, Tauruses, or at least Green for that
give
matter,
him
he'd be
credit.
like, "Oh, I'm a Taurus, so all right, I'm gonna be frustrated and emotional, or I'm gonna be upset because I'm a Taurus."
Nah, see, you dragging it, bro. He's dragging
So you know how these people with these zodiac signs be, so they be
That's
killing
what
me.
I
it. Use that as an excuse to say I'm emotional.
You're one of those.
No, I'm not.
Oh, all right.
I said that. I said I'm not really into signs, but some of the characteristics is like really ingrained. Like
Yeah.
that shit really is like if I don't fuck with you, I do.
Nah.
I will not fuck,
Fuck
with you.
That's a fact.
And
hear
if I
you.
consider you as a friend, you are my family.
Family.
I see.
If you
Right.
cross that shit, that means you back over
You
here,
back over
and
there.
I'm not talking to you ever.
And
I
I'm
don't
not-
care
and
if we
I'm
grew
not
up
going
together.
over there. That's a fact.
That's
I don't
what's
care
up.
if we grew up, call it a grudge, call it to the death of me. I don't care. I'm not
Listen,
fucking
man,
with you
wait-
no more.
Man, we had some
Family
wonderful.
included. That ass.
Like you don't fuck with them. We ventured off into somewhere else. We didn't even talk about your future projects. And, yo, and we
Oh,
only got like
yes.
10 minutes left.
Before
What?
we get into that,
No.
I have one question. Do you remember your first rhyme that you wrote when you was going through that stage? What that phase?
Oh, great question.
What, like what my first rhyme is?
Do you remember the emotions you was going through? I know you don't remember the exact rhyme. That,
No.
That just,
I
that'd
was
be
just
crazy.
talking about fuck her, fuck the man she was with. That nigga could eat a dick. I was
Word.
just like, I was
Understand
really
the
upset.
structure though? Did you?
I
like,
did understand
how to
structure.
put the rhyme together?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
so you knew
crazy.
how
I
to
knew
do it.
16s and all that because I grew up in an era. I grew up where Biggie was born, like and raised.
Yeah.
Biggie used to sell crack to my mom. They have it displayed her pregnant in the movie. My mother name is Sandra. They put it as Sandy in the movie. He's the only one that used to sell crack to my mother.
That's your mother?
Not in a movie, but they portrayed
In real
him.
life?
Yeah, in real life. That's my
That's
mom used to
crazy.
tell me that story from before. She called me from the movie theater and was like, "They put it in the movie." Yup.
Wow.
Real talk.
Damn, I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Too, that's crazy.
Sandy and my mom is Sandra.
It was like Biggie had a soft spot for her. Like he didn't want to do it, but he did it.
Yeah, Miss
That's
Wallace.
fantastic.
When Miss Wallace came around, she seen my mother and just was talking with her. Like she knows exactly who my mom is.
That's crazy.
I live right there on Fulton and Putnam and Grand. Like I'm right there. St. James is right there. Like
Yeah,
I grew up. I see Jadakiss comes through my hood all the time.
With seasonal.
Faith is Seasonum is on the corner somewhere right now. Like like real talk. Like I see Nino all the time, you know, Banga. I see these guys all the time. They like in the summertime I see them all the time.
That's crazy.
You know?
That's crazy.
Gutter
That's
just
wild.
came home.
But Biggie, what you? How do you feel? My bad. It's not. We supposed to.
Yeah, we
get
supposed to at
into-
least
get off of this. But how do you feel about the movie making it seem, fabricating the story?
I didn't like the part when they showed my mom crossing the street because I was a tomboy growing up, and they was like, "Oh, Sandy doing good" or whatever, because they showed her as a clip sitting on my stepfather, my father-in-law, my godfather used to live on Washington. And when they shot that clip, they were saying that they were on the corner of Washington and my mother was crossing the street with a little boy.
Right.
But I used to be a tomboy. And I was going to see my godfather.
So that was you.
Wasn't she pregnant
Yeah.
too, though?
Well, yeah,
She was pregnant in the movie.
Yeah, and he was selling crack to her in the store.
In the store. And then he was
My mother
like,
had told me all of this before this movie even came out.
But is it true he was like,
He was the only one that
I
would
ain't
sell
getting this
crack.
game to
My
have
mother
a soft
said-
spot.
Yup. My mother said Biggie was the only one that would sell crack to me. The rest of them didn't
like,
sell
nah.
crack. They was like,
But he
no.
was the one that
Yup,
was
my
like,
mother
I don't
told me
give a
that.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yup. And that's a part of my history, you know, like, even though I love Biggie as a lyricist, and then I think about, like, you know, like, the back, like, what happened to, what is the story with the people's lives? And I'm one of them, you know, that were infected because, like I said, my siblings grew up, three of them, straight from the hospital to foster care. And then, like, at one point, they came back to the house, except for my brother, because he's right after me. And he didn't come. He stayed with the lady who adopted him. And then the lady, my aunt didn't want to take care of them, so she sent them back to the system. And then a cousin couldn't get paid from them, so she sent them back to the system. Me too. I got pulled from the house and went with. That's when the first time I knew I had sisters.
Wow.
When I got pulled from the house and went with my other cousin, with my family, a cousin from the family, or whatever. She didn't know she wasn't gonna get paid, so she sent them back and sent me back too. And then I seen her recently, and she act like she ain't know who I was. Fuck you, Barbara.
Oh man.
Damn, Barbara.
I said, you don't remember me?
Do it like
Come
that,
on.
Come on,
Yeah,
Barbara.
so
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so that's why I said I couldn't
It's a
put
lot.
this in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Damn,
You know what I'm
I
gonna
just
do?
wish
We
we'd
gonna-
have started at 4.
I wish. You know what? We're gonna bring you back.
Yes.
Now that's offending. We're gonna bring you back.
Yes,
Bring you
yes,
back.
yes.
But real
Make it
quickly,
happen. But go ahead, smooth
But
out.
real quickly, what projects you got coming? Just let everybody know what projects you got coming, where they can find you.
Okay. Well, I have a mixtape out right now called Fabricated Facade, which is bridging the gap between the real and the fake. Like,
Okay.
sometimes you got to be a little fabricated to reach the people that you want to reach, like, that
Right.
are programmed in this fabrications that's in the
Right.
matrix. So sometimes
Yeah.
you got to go into the matrix and be fully equipped to face the
reality.
fuckery. And then, like, when you like, it's called Fabricated Facades. I have a dope track up there called Ran These Streets Before, and it pretty much talks about my mom's addiction and how I was like resistant and rebellious against her, because once I developed my personality as a person, she didn't help me do that. Situations in life and me having to be in the wilderness practically, like, my whole childhood, you know. Even when she got clean, she was at card games chasing a man, and we would fight about that, you know.
Oh.
So it just became like she was trying to live, because she had went to jail. You know, they say people go to jail and then they get they stay stuck at the age they went to jail in. So
Yeah.
their maturity level is at
it's
a
at
low.
low. Yeah.
So I'm dealing with a child pretty much. I tell you no lie, my mom, like, she's a child.
Shit, we ain't gonna bash
I
Mama
love
too
her.
much.
No, I ain't bashing her. That's the truth. I love my mother, but she don't want to, whatever. Fabricated facades, Fesah
You
Rollins.
sound like me. And this is my mom's now that I'm older, but it's nothing personal. Me and my mom. I just
It's the
disagreement.
truth.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, but yo, you got some bars in you, or we're gonna play a
Yes.
song?
Yeah,
No,
let's
no,
play
she
a
got
song.
bars.
I
Oh,
got
she
bars,
got
but I
bars?
want to play the song too.
Oh, we're gonna play the
We
song.
got
But I'm
some?
saying you got
Okay.
16 Tony. You can't do it.
All right, so yo,
Alright, bet.
so DJ Fluke, man, take us out while we get ready for her performance.
I remember being 4, seeing my mom smoking in the hall. No clue she was at the peak of her downfall. Love her to the core, didn't know she was flawed. Was sneaking May's house, sleeping on the bedroom floor. Reality, I didn't question it at all. How her weight deflated like dreams to play.